Okay, I think we're ready to roll. I think we are. Hi, Rizzo. What's happening? Take this off. Let's get the ball rolling. My hair. All right, I think we're ready to roll. I think we are. Let's do this. I think we're ready. All right. I think we're ready. Oh, my favorite part's coming up. Lights up the dark. All right, love it. What's up, my man? How are you doing today? Let's see who's in the house. Every day's a quest, not some disguise. All right, what's going on here? There we go. All right, I think that's it. Tethered lights still flying. I think we're ready to roll. Put that over to there. I think we're ready. Okay, right there. And that's it. Live. We're all live except for one camera. One camera not working. Fine. Why not? Good evening, everyone. My name is James. This is Dividend Stock Talk, brought to you by the 10-Minute Trader, where I invest in dividend stocks for weekly cash flow, looking for a simple, safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week. I know 1% a week doesn't sound like a lot, but at the end of the year, it does come to over 50% by the end of the year. So, buckle up, buttercup. Let's get the ball rolling. Let's see what's going on, and let's see who's in the house today. Your theme song. Absolutely. I like that theme song. Somebody wrote it just for me. All right. Nothing going on down here yet. Nothing going on there. Let's see who's in the house today. Who's in the house today? We have crap in my pockets. Get that crap out of there. Who's in the house? Kina, Gene, Charles, Be the Lion, Forever, KS, Fury, Traveler, Gordon, Kevin, Vadlang, okay, Bonnie, Vincent, Ronnie, Malik, Josh, Creamy, David, Vishalin, Michael, Coach FO, I know what that stands for, Mikey, Elsa, Kay, John, Vinia, Aunt Star, Barnaking, Vincent. How you doing, Vincent? Gold VIP, Vegeta, Safran, Johnny, Obi-Wan, Karunad, Vincent, Sirius George, Saucy Southern, Bruno, Monty, User, Dusty. Good evening, everyone. What do we have over here? It's us. Never. Mama's in the house. D, what's going on? Vaughn, Mr. Green, Gordon, Doctor. Interesting way of spelling doctor. Michelle, my boy, good evening. Mikey, everything's off. Trey, Roger, Coach, Southern Gal, Barnacane, Roger, JD, Coach, blah, 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 Bob, Cloudwater, back again, Scotty D, Samantha, Irvin, Test Chest, okay, Sam, Scotty D, what's going on? Archibald, what's going on there? All right, I am that I am. All right, so I think that's just about right. Uh-oh. Can I trade my wife? Can we look at ACN? Absolutely. We'll look at ACN in a little bit. Today's your birthday. Way to go, Adrian. Happy birthday. All right, so For God We Love wants to take a look at ACN. Cam, I see you there. Jam D, Ski-Doo, Skilly-Dee-Wop-Doo-Bop, Skidoo-Be-Doo, Zoltar, the great Zoltar has spoken. Cena, I see you there, Cena. Pete, all right, we're going to pause these right here, And we're going to address what we get down here. So, For God We Love wants to take a look at ACN. Now, we're looking for 5 decent stocks every night. We're looking for simple, safe, predictable, and consistent 1% per week. Let's take a look at ACN. ACN. Remember, I got simple, simple, simple. Ooh, nice. I like this. Give me my pen. My pen, my pen. All right, here we go. Now, anytime I look at a stock, now that's interesting. That's never happened before. All right, so anytime I look at a stock, I'm always looking at the exact same thing. A, B, C, 1, 2, 3, step by step. It's always going to be the same. When I look at a chart, it's always going to be the 1-year chart. Always. I want to know what's happened in the last 52 weeks, the last year, last 12 months, last 65 days, blah, 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 all that kind of stuff. So I'm looking for 5 things. Now, once I point these out to you, you will never, ever, ever be able to look at a chart the same way again. Sorry. 5 things. Are you ready? Here we go. Number 1, the high of the year. Number 2, the low of the year. Number 3, where was it a year ago? 4, where is it today? And 5, what is the motion? What is the flow? Where's the buyers? Where's the sellers? What is it doing? Up, down, sideways, up, down, up. Simple, right? The high of the year, the low of the year. Don't make it more complicated than it needs to be. When you first look at the chart, you only look at simplistically. The high, the low, the motion. What is it doing? The high, now she's going up. That's simple. So yeah, what am I looking for? Well, I don't want the high of the year because I don't buy at the high of the year. Now, I like it when it drops because you make money buying low, selling high. Well, the bottom was last 2 weeks ago, right there. Now it's going up. The high of the year, the low of the year. Now she's going up. 196.59. Okay, but just because that looks good in the first 3 to 5 seconds, 3 to 5 seconds is all it should take. High, low, where's it going? All right, the current price, 196. Well, I want to look at this week's 195s. Because if I'm going to buy it at 195, I'm going to sell it at 195. Because contrary to popular belief, I'm not looking at the stocks to buy, to hold for the rest of my life. It's Rajesh. What's happening, Rajesh? How you doing today? Drew, how are you doing? Nice to see you guys. So I'm looking at the current price, 96.59. Well, the closest strike price to 96.59 is going to be either the 195s or the 197.50s. Well, I like safety. So I'm going to look at the 195s, and it's paying $5.20. Well, I'm only looking to get 1%. Now, you might be asking yourself, how do you think? Can't see the screen, huh? Let's go this way. But why is it always this one over here? Always this one. There we go. And there we go. All right, that's better. All right. Always ask yourself, what is it that I'm looking for? I'm looking for 1%. 1% of 196. Ask yourself the question, 196. What's 1% of 196? 196. It sounds funny, doesn't it? 196. 1% of 196 is 196. Simple. That's all I'm looking for. So, what am I looking to do? All right, let's get rid of that. So, the 196 is going for 520. That's more than 1%. Well, the numbers are working in my favor. So now what I want to look at is a deeper dive into the chart. This is the 1 year. This doesn't mean anything to me because it was 6 months ago. What I'm interested in right here, what's happening here and now. So let's zoom into that. The last 30 days. 30 days ago, we were here. We drop, find the bottom, now we shoot up. Now ask yourself a question. If you saw it here at 155 and it jumps up to 196, that's $41. $41 on a $155 stock is pretty close to 22, 23%, something like that. Where are we? Where are we? Where are we? Right here. Eagles. Oh, Stone Soup. Annual gain 1. Tea leaves. Tea leaves? Can't see much of the screen. Okay. Vegas Knights wants to take a look at Meta. Now, I'll take a look at it, but I wouldn't invest in it. Meta only has 2 years of dividends, which means 2 years of increased profits. Why? Hold on, we got a question down here. My birthday, what you see on UNH. So we'll take a look at UNH in a little bit. Okay. All righty. Wait, whose birthday today? Meant to say whose birthday today. Got that, what you see on UNH. We'll take a look at UNH in a little bit. So I'm going to like this one. Take a look at it, ACN. Can it keep going up? Maybe. Well, let's take a look. The current price, 196. So we're going to look at the covered call at 195. Do just one contract. And here's what it looks like. Are you ready? Here we go. One covered call, ACN, 5 June 26. Would you believe it's June already? The 195 call option. Well, that's for this week. And here's my profit, 401. Here's my investment, 19,000. Now, yeah, Meta got smoked today. We'll take a look at it. Okay, just sit and chill there for a second. So here's the order. Here's what it looks like. Here's what it sounds like. Now, you remember the part where I said simple, safe, predictable, and consistent? Lucky, how you doing? Back again, Mr. Lucky. I see you there. So if I'm buying it for this price, selling it for this price, walking away with this, what is my actual rate of return? Because I know what my profit is. My profit's 401. Well, great. What does that mean? 401, all right, fine. But again, what does it mean? So let's get the calculator. The calculator is telling me that 401 is the profit. We're going to divide it by the investment. Now, the investment on this is going to be $19,099. That comes to 2%. Now, ask yourself the question. If 1% every single week is over 50, that's 50% by the end of the year. Well, is a 50% rate of return good? Ryan, I see you there, Ryan. So ask yourself the question, is 50% a good rate of return? Is that something that might interest you? Are you willing to put 5 to 10 minutes every single day? Well, you got to do something. Something. What? What are you going to do about your financial future? Most people spend more time planning a family barbecue than they do on their financial future. So why are you not taking more time and effort to your financial future? No 401. Brendan, I'm going to agree with you. I don't like 401s either. All right. Tea leaves. Huh? That's funny. So we're going to save this one because it's 2%. Why the hell not? ACN. Here we go. First one of the day. ACN. Uh-oh. You're the only one here. Okay. Uh-huh. Don't want that either. What the hell am I doing here? Come on. That's what I want right there. Should have set it up earlier, shouldn't I? All right, this is from yesterday. All right, we're going to do this. We're going to do that. We're going to do that again. We're going to do black. We're going to do Monday. And then we're going to do Tuesday. And where did it go? It disappeared on me. Hold on. It's coming. All right. Back to do this again. All right. Sorry about that. Should have had that set up earlier. Ryan, how you doing, Ryan? Lucky, I see you over there. All right, let's get rid of this. Let's get back to this, back to that, and back to that. There we go. All right, so where were we? Where did it go? Shit knuckles. Shit. No, it's not what I wanted. Damn it. Not everything goes my way. All right. Now let's see if it's up there. Come on. There it is. There we go. ACN. All right, I got to change this. White. ACN. 5 June 26. That means this option is going to expire in 4 days, which means it's this coming Friday. The 195 call option for that's the profit. There's the investment. For what was it again? 2.1%. There it is. First one for the day. 2.1. This one's 1.5. All right. All right. Next. Sorry, it took me a while to get caught up. All right. What do you think about calls on REGen? Regen right now, my G. Okay, REGN. What the hell is RE Better Lend? 4% Better Lend. I have no idea what that means. Terry, how you doing? Ryan, Terry, what's going on? All right, where are we over here? Madman, August, Gary, Rich Scania. What's going on, Rich? Young Punks. Elite, Sam, Hugh. Cool. Can't read the chart. Yeah. Okay. Veggie Burrito. Oscar's house. Veggie Burrito. Help me make money. All right. Let's see what we got. Brandon Odell. 50K. All right. 50K. No 401. Got it. 4% Better Lend. All right. Not quite sure what you mean by that. Tucker Charles. What do you think about calls on REGN? Okay, let's take a look. REGN. Delete that. Here we go. REGN. Regeneron Pharmaceuticals. Sorry, no. It's dropping, dropping, dropping. Yeah, no, thank you. Sorry. Brandon. Supwer Fasati Fecta Friend. No idea what that means, dude. Selling puts a good way? Depends. What is the strategy in the selling of your puts? How are you doing that? Yeah, I get what you're talking about. You want to sell cash secured puts. All right. Brandon Odell says, no way. I'm not quite sure why you do that. Do you recommend selling place to make money? Selling puts to make money. Sure, why not? It depends on what you plan on doing. Brandon Odell, I have no idea what that means. Puts on NVIDIA forever. I don't like NVIDIA. I don't. Just plain and simple. The numbers just don't work for me. Brandon, thank you. Easy right. All right. Black and white, thank you. Selling puts, good way to make money. Yep, absolutely. Eric, ACN is up 30% in 2 weeks. Hell no. I would take profits. ACN. 155 to 196. He's right. Take profits. They're there. Okay. They went up, came down, back up again. See what you're missing though. See, she shot up to 185 and pulled back here. So it took a bunch of the profits. It took $15 worth of profits right there. Then you have a new bottom right there, went up, a new bottom right there, 1, 2, 3 days. And now she's jumping. So now she's at 196. Either it is or it isn't. Is it 196? Yeah, it's at 196. Happy Pathers Day. I have no idea what that means, but all right. Kaz, what if it goes down by June 5th? Kaz, I got 5 simple rules. Rule number 1, never buy anything you do not want to hold on to long term. So do you know what that means, Kaz? Check this out, Kaz. You ready? The high was 320. It dropped to 230, shot up to 290, dropped down to 180, up to 220, back to 160, now to 196. Chaz, that's what stocks do. They go up, they go down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. That's all they do, Chaz. They are going to go down. And you are going to buy something and it is going to drop. Then on the other side, you're going to buy something and it's going to shoot to the roof. That's what it is. You buy, you sell. It goes up, it goes down. What your job is, depending on what it is you're trying to do, bad echo on both TikToks. Uh-oh, that's not a good thing. Anyway, block it. Can't do that. Got to have something. We'll have to figure out something. Anyway, as I was saying, stocks go up, stocks go down. You got to figure out what you like, what you dislike. What are you trying to do? Well, I already told you what I'm doing. I'm looking for a simple, safe, predictable 1% every week. That's it. That's all I'm looking for. Chub Fondue. Oh, you don't like my music? We can't hear you. I have no idea why you can't hear me. The microphone's working fine. Bad echo on both TikToks. Now, we've never had the echo before, and I haven't changed anything, so I have no idea why that would be. Sorry, Oscar's house. Did my mom drink tea? Can't find much on the screen. Okay, can't see much. Already fixed that one. Tea leaves, Meta. Okay, Vegas Nights. The reason I don't like Meta. META. Okay, Vegas Nights. Check this out. Meta has a 50-cent dividend for 2024. Had a 52-cent dividend for 2025. And then 2026, the cheap bastard wouldn't give us any more money. Now tell me that dude ain't making money. Of course he is. So why is he being so stingy? I have no idea where that came from. This guest has something, whatever. So I don't like it because he didn't increase the dividends this year. It's the same dividend he gave us last year. And it's only 2 years. Now, I don't know about you, but 2 years of profits is not enough for me. I want more. Plain and simple. Hemlock powder, how are you today? Chub fondue, QQQI. QQQI. Let's see how profitable QQQI is. Now, some of you have been here for a while. You already know it's not. And number one, Chubb, okay? The very first dividend was in February 2024. So this thing's only 2.5 years old. Why would I be putting my money into something that's 2.5 years old? That just doesn't make sense to me. I'm looking for companies that are consistently profitable for 2 decades. 2 decades is 10, 20 years, not 2 years. Sorry. And besides, take a look at the Qs. 59, 60. So that's higher, that's lower. That's higher, that's higher, that's lower. That's higher, that's lower, that's higher. It's not consistently profitable. The profit should be higher and higher and higher and higher. QQQI just ain't it. Bad echoes in both TikToks. I have no idea why that is. And Through Besm's Eyes, I have no idea what that music is. Sean Can't Hear Me, that song is bad, never heard of it. Little Black Diva is overpowering you. She could very well be. The music is too loud. Turn off the music, please. I have no idea who she is. I have no idea how she even got on there. Okay. I have no idea how someone's able to talk on my phone when I don't give them permission. That's weird. Because usually I have to invite someone. They are blasting music and can't hear you. Look at your chat. Mute her. I have no idea who we're muting. All right. No, I don't like QQQI because the profits are not consistent. Look at, okay, higher, lower, higher, 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 lower, 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 higher, lower, higher, lower, higher, higher, lower. It goes up, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down. Why would I want to invest in something that's not consistent? It makes no sense to me. All right. What do we have over here? Anthropic. Brandon, you got to tell me what Anthropic ticker symbol is. IPO you like? I don't do IPOs. Sorry. Jim, how you doing? How about selling strangles? How about no? How about I teach you and give you one strategy and you pay for whatever else you want? Because remember, it took me decades to learn what I learned, what I know. How about Chevron? Eric, Chevron, CVX. CVX. Interesting. Let's go this way. Okay? It's the high of the year, the low of the year. Here's where it was. Here's where it is. Look at this. Up, sideways, up, down, up, down, up. So she's going up right there. Little Black Diva. She pops in, makes noise, and then leaves. How the hell is she doing that? All right. Turn off the music, please. Look at your chat, blasting the music. I get that. I see that. What if your company has a 6% match on the 401k? Well, Sean, you deposit 6%. That's it. Anything over 6%, you put it somewhere else because you are not going to get a 100% return anywhere else other than your work if they give you a 6% match. Well, fine. Where are they putting that money? They put it into a 401k. Well, great. Is it a self-directed 401k? Or is it a 401k that they control? They decide where the money goes. And what kind of return is that 401k giving you? Just because they're giving you a match doesn't mean they're putting it someplace that can actually grow. Okay, Bella wants to take a look at Kinder Morgan. Hold on, we're still on Chevron. The high, the low, look at the movement. Up, down, up. What's going on right there? Definitely moving up. Your last 30 days, down, up, down, up. Simple to see. Here's the bottom. Here's the top. She's dropped. Okay, Friday's our bottom. Today's one day to the upside. Now, I like 2 days up, and on the third day, I'll jump in. So even though it looks good here, I'm going to wait until Wednesday, see what happens. It only makes sense for me. All right, thank you there, Robin. Izzy Cat. Ooh, Kandala. Coach David, how you doing? Teach me a strategy for sell. Veggie burrito, selling parts or selling puts. Okay, here you go. Here's a great idea for selling cash secured put. If you like Chevron, here's your 30-day high, your 30-day bottoms over here at 180. So why not sell the 180s right here? Okay, it can bring you in 60 cents per share if you like it. If you want to go a little higher, the 82 is paying $1.21 per share. But if it drops below 180 or 182, you got to buy it at that price. You never sell a put unless you're okay with buying it at that price. So if you like Chevron, right now it's at 185, you could sell the 185s, the 184s, the 186s. You can sell any put you want if you're okay with buying it at that price. It all depends on what it is you want to do. Okay? Baleen in the corner of screen. I have no idea what that means. Martinet. No idea what that means. All right, Bella wants to take a look at Kinder Morgan, KMI. No, sorry, take a look at this. Okay, 30-day bottom, 30-day top. Now she's dropping. Dropping. If you really like it, look at it in the next couple of days, and as soon as the bottom pops up, all right, I'm going to put it down for 2 weeks. No, wait a minute, I'm putting it down for next week. All right, because that bottom's going to show up any day now. It can be today, it can be tomorrow, it can be the next day, but eventually it's going to turn around and go back up again. Because that's what stocks do. They go down, they turn around and go back up again. That's it. What were you expecting? Stocks do two things. They go up and they go down. Well, take a look. 30-day high, 30-day bottom. As soon as it turns around and goes back up, I want to take a look. All right, Jimmy Beam. What's going on, Jimmy Beam? Yep, I see that. Calculating the rate of return, blah, blah, blah. Ben, yo, what up? You think calls on Crody is the play? I have no idea what Crody is. CRODIE. User 329160, AEO. I like AEO. I actually have some, by the way. Take a look at that. Now, you may not think that's exciting, but I do. Let me tell you why. Here's the high of the year. Here's the low. Here's where it was, and here's where it is. Look at this. She shoots up, pulls back. Now she's going back up again. But let's zoom in a little bit closer so you get a better idea. So the last 30 days. 30-day bottom, 30-day top. She drops, finds a 30-day bottom, shoots up, the 30-day top, big drop. Now it's finding the bottom on Friday, and then she's going up today. And she's going to fill that gap pretty damn soon. So if you like American Eagle Outfitters, you either like it or you don't. It's as simple as that. You either like it or you don't. Yep, someone was playing music, and it wasn't me. Pickled Peanuts, how are you today? Okay. AJ Mama, do you do options as it goes up? Of course I do. I think it is AI. Okay. Pickled peanuts. Thank you for that. Little inappropriate language, but okay. Yes, I don't know who it was playing music, and I don't know how they're able to just jump onto my phone and play music because I didn't allow them to do that. Thank you to Coach Joel. And it's not me with the music. Noel Garza wants to take a look at Hewlett Packard HPQ. Hell no. What would make you think, seriously, what would make you think I want to buy that at the high of the year? It's at the high of the year. Why? Why? Why am I? No, I don't buy at the high. I don't buy at the high, and I don't try to find the bottom. I see where the bottom is. I wait a couple of days, and then I jump in because bottom shows up. 2 days to the upside, the third day, yeah, I jump in. Same thing. Bottom, 2 days to the upside, then I jump in. Okay, I don't buy at the high. It doesn't make any sense, and I wouldn't do a put because if this baby turns around, comes back down here, where the hell am I going to be? I like predictability. I like consistency. I like things that I can bet on a weekly basis. So I'm very particular at what it is that I'm buying and what it is that I'm selling because I don't want to be wrong. I'm 62. I have no desire to go back into the workforce. Okay, I put in 5 decades. 5 decades. My very first job was in 1974. No desire to go back to work. I'm actually enjoying doing nothing. But the funny thing is, now that I don't work, I'm busier than ever. Because when I work, I can get home from work and I can get something done. But now that I'm home all day, I don't get anything done. It's weird. Weird. Okay, so no to Hewlett Packard. Sorry. Any insights on GUT? GUT. I have no idea what GUT is. Okay, so let's take a look at GUT. Has no options, so that's going to be a no right off the top. No options, no thank you. Brandon, bet, B-E-T. No idea what bet is. Never heard of it. Matter of fact, my computer hasn't heard of it either. Can't find that symbol. Sorry. Martinadent. We looked at Home Depot last night. As a matter of fact, holy cow, that didn't go the right way. Okay, 30-day high, 30-day bottom. She went up. Now she's pulling back. Nope. No to Home Depot. You need a car. Yo, dude, what's going on? You need a car too. I do need a car. Yep, through Basim's eyes, blocker. I have no idea who her is. Little Black Diva. She said she ain't playing music. Oh, cool. They're gone. All right. No Garza. All right. We already looked at AEO a little while ago. I like Jack Daniels. All right. Okay, Jim Beam. We looked at GUT. It's a no. Sorry. The woman McNee. Okay, hello. Interesting name. D1 McNee. Okay, that's the best I'm going to get. Ryan wants to take a look at Bank of America. BACATION in the summertime. Okay, here's the high. Here's the low. Here's where we were. Here's where. Look at this. Up, down, up, down, up. So it's definitely going up. We're at 51.51. The 51.50s are going for 60, and it's in an upward trend. Let's zoom into it. Last 30 days. What do you think? Up, down, up, down, up. Well, it's definitely going up. The 51.50. What do we think? Abraham Lincoln. Hindleco. No idea what that is. All right. hold on. All right, I'm going to pause it right there. All right, so Bank of America, definitely going up. The 5150 is going for 60. Let's take a look at Bank of America. Been around for over 100 years. I don't think they're going anywhere. Heck, they're in almost every major city. The 51 city, 5150. One contract. Here's what it looks like. Here's what it should sound like. Buy one covered call, BAC, Bank of America. 5 June 26th, that's this coming Friday, 4 days away. The 5150 call option, which means someone can buy this from me at 5150. Well, I'm buying it at 5151. So I'm losing a penny. Big deal. What am I collecting? $60. What's it costing me? $5,000. Now, don't panic because I'm getting that $5,000 back. Here's the thing. If I buy the stock 5150 and then I sell the stock at 5150, I'm getting all my money back. So the broker's just holding on to that for a while I own the stock. And if somebody wants to buy that from me, I get all my money back plus that money. So let's see what the rate of return is. Okay. All right, let's keep doing this. All right, so calculator, if the profit is $60 and the investment is going to be $5,090, I got a rate of return of 1.1. Well, that's over 1%. And that's all I'm looking for. Because 1% every week is over 50% by the end of the year. I don't know about you, but 50% a year kind of works for me. Parker, how you doing? $1.1%. Whoops, wrong button. Wrong button. All right, here we go. There it is. Bank of America, BAC. 5 June 26th. That's for this coming Friday. The 5150 call option. Well, if I buy it for 5151 and I sell it for 5150, I'm actually making $60 per contract. Each contract is 5,000. Think of it this way. Think of it as if you're buying a cash producing asset, like a vending machine, a rental car, a rental home, something that you rent out on a weekly basis. You got to dish out a certain amount of money, and then that asset gives you a return every single week. Well, this asset this week is giving me $60, and that's 1.1%. 1.1% is over 50% by the end of the year. So I'm going to say yes to this one, Bank of America, 1.1. Next. All righty. We just looked at BAC. Brandon, thank you. Do you still have Oracle? No, I got rid of my Oracle a while ago. Stocks go up, time to let it go, ORCL. Okay, take a look at this. Why would I be holding on to Oracle? Now, I know you see this big jump Thursday, Friday, and today, and you think to yourself, oh, I like that, I'd like to buy it. But how often do you pick something that does this every week? This is like the blue moon. It happens once, twice a year. That's about it. In Oracle, how many times does Oracle make a jump like that? Not that often. So I don't have my Oracle anymore. I sold it, and I don't buy anything at the high. So Oracle for this week is going to be a no. But Oracle may look good 2 weeks from today after the stock drops. So I'm writing it down for 2 weeks from today. Works for me. Hey, Parker, how you doing? All right. What happens if an uncovered call expires in the money? Well, first of all, Ryan, uncovered call, you have to be approved for that type of trading. It's usually called naked call writing because it's uncovered. And if it expires in the money, well, you got to deliver it. Okay? So an uncovered call, you're selling someone the rights to buy something that you don't own. A covered call means you already own the stock and you're selling somebody the rights to buy it from you at a certain price by a certain date. But an uncovered call, you're selling naked and you're going to lose no matter what you do, for the most part. And I don't suggest anybody do any naked selling until you understand what it is you're doing. All right, what do we have here? Brandon, I like Weatherby. Okay, tell me what the ticker symbol is so we can all take a look at it. Thank you, Brandon. Caleb, are you invested into Ford? No. I don't buy anything at the high. I buy Ford, I sell Ford. I don't hold on to anything. The longest I've ever held anything is 18 months. And I didn't do it on, well, yeah, I did it on purpose because Walgreens, WBA, kept giving us more and more and more money every single week. All right. Brandon O'Dowd, wife lied. Next. Brandon, what do you think? Next. Sorry, dude. It only takes one line. Just can't trust her anymore. User 329160, Kohl's. Kohl's is going to be a no, only because, let's zoom into this, because we saw this, we actually had Kohl's last week and it got taken away. But went down, shot up, now it's coming back down again. Sorry. This guess is already something. Okay, whatever. Pickled peanuts. Thank God she's gone. Now I can actually hear. Alrighty then. Crazy. Yep. Caleb, where I looked at Ford. Terry Smith. Hormel worked well. Well, sometimes it does. Sometimes it don't. Check it out. Here's the top. Here's the bottom. Here's where it was. Here's where it is. Down, up, down, up. Now, if I were you with your Hormel, not telling you what to do, but take a look. Here's your last 30 days. 30 days ago, you're at 2150. You dropped to 1950, shoot up to 24. Now it's coming down. Now's the time to get rid of it before the profits are all gone. No slack. I hear what you're saying. Mama likes that. All righty, Brandon. Fund the fun. All right. Stephen Ashmore, Enbridge. I'm going to say no to Enbridge, ENB, right off the top. Reason being, I don't do monthly options. Okay, June, July, yeah. Those are months of the year, which means I can only trade it once a month. And once a month doesn't work for me. That's why rule number 4 is weekly options only. Javier, how are you? Kevin, DG, we'll take a look at that. Sit tight for a second there, Kevin. What do we have over here? Do you recommend selling puts to make money? I don't make any recommendations, Veggie Burrito. Okay? If you want a recommendation, you'd actually have to call. We have to have a long conversation, and we have to know each other a little bit better. I get to know what you're doing and all that. What's gamma? Gamma is those rays that you get when you're about ready to turn into a big hulky green monster, overrated gamma rays. Why not just sell puts instead of the covered call? Lost Wolf, let me explain something to you in a manner you might or might not understand. Okay, hold on. You ready? The current price of this is $24.55. So if I bought it at $24.55, sold the $24.50, it's going to give me 1%. Okay, fine. 1%, which means I take a big fat chunk of money, put it aside for 1 week, and I get 1%. Well, what is a cash secured put? Well, if I'm going to do the exact same 2450, it's going to give me right around 1%, and I still have to put up a big fat chunk of change. So no matter what you do, the cash secured put, cash secured, or the covered call, you still have to take a big chunk of money and put it up. ACUK, are you investing? Never heard of it. Let's take a look. ACUK. Okay, do you see that? ACUK. We cannot find that symbol. So why would I be investing that if I can't find the symbol? Pretty little sugar. How are you? Intel. INTC, by the way. No to Intel. Okay, 30 days ago we're at 80. We shoot up to 131, drop to 105, back up to 126. Now we're dropping again. Up, down, up. It's coming down at the moment. I don't buy until it finds the bottom. Okay, the bottom should be around here somewhere. And that may be tomorrow, the next day, or the next day. Muscle control zone, ZS. I saw this one the other day. Never saw it before, but here we go. Take a look. 30-day high, 30-day bottom, shoots up, big pullback. Here's your bottom, 2 days up. That gap is going to fill. We're at 155.71. The 155 is going for 575. Now, I have no idea what this company is or what this company does. But the numbers look good. But are you buying based on numbers? I buy based on profits. So ZS, let's see what the profits look like. And the only way to look at that is to go to the data stream, if you understand what the data stream is. Okay, so there are no dividends in the time period selected. So why are we even looking at it? Jiren, QQQY, not sure. Hello, sir. Thank you so much for this. Love it. Thank you. Jiren, I'm going to say no to QQQY, and here's your reason. QQQY. Okay. Jiren, you ready? October 2023. This thing's not even 2.5 years old. Here's your first dividend. Here's the part I have a minor problem with. Your first dividend is $3.30. Okay? So why is the new dividend 14 cents? If the very first dividend is $3, why is the current dividend 14 cents? The numbers don't look right. Look, 12.9, 12.7, that's going backwards. 12.8, that's up. 12.6, that's down. 12.2, that's down. 11.5, that's down. 12.1, that's up. 12.8, that's up. 13.1, that's up. 13.3, that's up. 13.6, up, down, up. So it goes up, down, 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 up, down, down. Makes no sense. No, thank you. No consistency whatsoever. Sorry. Johnny! Thank you for that, Johnny. JT Brown, OPTX. OPTX. Okay, so, Mr. Brown, there are no dividends in the time period selected. Now, the name of the show, Mr. Brown, is Dividend Investing for Weekly Cash Flow. So if it has no dividends, why are we looking at it? Not sure. You make it sound too simple. Why can't I see this when I'm in my own? Hey, not sure. You're relatively new here, so I'm going to show you something. See what you think about it. Okay, I'm going to go to my website. See, here's my website. Okay, we're going to go to videos. Okay, look, what did I say? The 10-Minute Trader. That's my website on YouTube. Videos. Oldest video. See that right there? That is my 9-year-old daughter.
And as you being part of my internet website company, which my dad didn't let me call it that, but I do. Being part of that, you're going to be getting weekly lists of stocks that I'll be trading, and every month you'll be getting 4 lists of stocks that you can choose from that will help you get the best.
And here's me.
There's over 20 days in the month of January. There's over 20 days in February. There's over 21 days in the month of March.
My favorite part's coming up. Watch this, watch this. Watch this. Here it comes, here it comes. Yay! Now, you might be asking why the hell I was doing that. Well, I created this for my 9-year-old daughter. She jumped on my lap one day and said, "Daddy, what are you doing?" "Alan, how you doing?" "Nice to see you, Alan." So my 9-year-old daughter says to me, "Daddy, can you teach me?" All right, so here's an issue. My daughter's 9 years old and she wants to learn how to trade in the stock market. So it had to be simple. It has to be safe, predictable, consistent, and no way for her to lose. For my 9-year-old. So that being said, I came up with 5 very simple rules. Okay, you might want to write them down. You don't have to because they're actually that simple. They're so simple you'll say, "Of course, why didn't I think of that?" Number 1, never buy anything that you do not understand or you do not want to hold on to for the rest of your life. If you don't understand what the company does, if you can't explain it within 2 or 3 seconds, then you shouldn't be buying it. Rule number 2, never ever sell at a loss. It defeats the purpose of the game. And it is a game. 4 green houses, 1 red hotel. Round, round you go. Pick up $200 as you go past go. It's the same as Monopoly. It's practice until you learn it. It's simple strategy. You buy, you sell, you collect a profit. Rule 3, make sure the company is consistently profitable. Why would you invest in a company that's not profitable consistently? Me, I want 2 decades. That's 20 years of consistent profits. None of this up, down crap. It's higher, 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 more money, more money, more money, more money. Why would I buy a company that's not consistently profitable? It doesn't make any sense. It's either profitable or it's not. It's not that complicated. Adults, you adults have a tendency to make it more complicated than it needs to be. Either the company's profitable or it's not. Now, we looked last night. There is 11,157. Let's get out of this. I'm looking at myself.
I think just one company per month. Wait, how old is the new?
All right. Back to where we were. Only quality, profitable companies. Here's an idea. Are you ready? Cream of the crop. Top dog. Number 1 best stocks. You ready? Dividend kings. 5 decades of increased profits. That means every single year, higher, 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 higher profits. That's what it is. Dividend aristocrats. 25 years, increased profits. Dividend champions, 25 years, increase. The rules are a little different between the champions and the aristocrats, but they both have 25 years of increased profits. And then you have the dividend contenders, 10 to 24 years increased profits. And then anything on Warren Buffett's list. Now, those 5 lists I just gave you have over 350 different companies, all consistently profitable, all making more money, more money, more money. Easy, right? Thank you, Michael Clave. Yes, it is easy. Eric, ACM been up 30% in 2 weeks. Hell no, I would be taking profits, okay? Happy Pathers Day. What if it goes down? They all go down, Kaz. What do I think about selling puts? Love it. Anthropic. Brandon, what is Anthropic? Calculating returns on ACN. Got an IPO you like? None. Oh, thank you. How about selling strangles? How about no? Do you stick to short-term options? Absolutely. 5 days, that's it. There's no echo. Okay, got it. We did Chevron. Teach me a strategy to sell. I just told you. Selling parts. Okay. Puts. Yeah. Eric, Exxon Mobil. XOM. Interesting. Same thing. We're always looking at the exact same thing. Anytime I look at the chart, the high, the low, where was it? Where is it? Up, down, up. Okay, that's what I'm looking at. 149. 149 is going for 243. That's more than 2%. And it's ExxonMobil. Well, let's take a closer look. The last 30 days. Down, up, down, up. Only one day. Only one. That is Black Diva. Hey, Black Diva, you got to mute yourself, please. So take a look. The bottom right there. 30-day top. Profit taking. Now it's bouncing and turning around. I want 2 days. So I'm going to write this down for next week. XOM. Because all my money's gone. See, today's Monday. All my money's gone already. I invest all my money on Monday because 5 days is the most amount of time you're going to get in a week. Monday morning, Friday afternoon. There is no more time than that. Market opens at 9:30 a.m. on Monday morning and it closes at 3:59 p.m. on Friday afternoon. That's the maximum amount of time. So all my trades are done on Monday and I like to be out by Friday. Kai, PLTR. What the hell are you thinking with PLTR? PLTR. It's going to be a no only because I don't buy at the high. That's where it is today, right here, right now. Bottom is here at 130, and she just jumped up 32 bucks. 32 bucks on a $130 stock is over 20%. So no, thank you. Whoops. Oh, pretty plumped aesthetic. Pretty pumped aesthetics. Cool. Nice to see you too. How you doing? All right. So we looked at Hewlett Packard short OCS. Not sure. What is OCS? OCS. Oh, hell no. So take a look. Think about this. Number one, it's a monthly, which I don't do monthlies. And she has this big, huge drop. Well, once you find out why it dropped, why? Why did it do this? And this is a good time to buy it, depending on what the answer is to why it dropped Friday and why it dropped today. You got to find out that answer before it makes sense to buy anything. Ensign Ricky wants to look at AT&T. Is AT&T still a viable dividend play? Haven't looked in a while. Why do you want me to look at it if you haven't looked at it? Here it is right here. Here's the top of the year. Here's the bottom of the year. Here's where we were a year ago. Here's where we are now. Look at this. Up, down, up, down. No, not this week anyway, but AT&T looks like it'll be good next week. She dropped. Here's the bottom. She went back up. Now she's dropping again. As soon as she finds the bottom around here and turn around, I'm going to write AT&T down for next week. Yep, it's already written down for next week. Hey, big brains back in the house. What's an underrated stock? Do I still have Kohl's? No, I don't have Kohl's anymore. Oh, Big Brain, ENB. Big Brain, what's going on here? Dude, what is this? This is your Enbridge. Drop, 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 drop. You're not singing so loud now that it's dropping. That's what they do. They go up, they go down. And it's still not going to do Big Brain. No, no, and no. Gang Trap. Shago, do you ever trade futures with prop firms? Nope, I did futures many years ago, just don't do it anymore. Casablanca, we already looked at Hormel. Webull, Jack wants to take a look at Bull. Now, unfortunately, Jack, even though this looks good, Webull has not been around long enough. But unless you really like it, okay? Up, down, now she's going back up. 660 to 650s are going for 26. Well, let's see what that looks like. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, so here we go. Last 30 days. It looks pretty good, doesn't it? Here's your top. Here's your bottom. Now she's going up. What's the 650 look like? Well, let's get rid of this. Let's change it to covered call. The 650 looks like that. One contract. Here we go. You ready? One covered call, Webull, B-U-L-L. 5 June 26th. That's this coming Friday, 4 days away. The $6.50 call option. 21's the profit. 629 is the investment. What does that come to? All right, so 21's the profit. Divided by 629 is the investment, and that comes to 3.3%. Well, 3.3% is good for 1 week. Here we go. Webull. Weebulls wobble, but they don't fall down. All right, let's go check this out. Webull. There it is right there. Number 3 for the day. There it is. One covered call, Webull, B-U-L-L. 5 June 26. That is this coming Friday, 4 days away. $6.50 call option. Well, the purchase price right now is $6.50. 21's profit, $6.29 is the investment. It either makes sense or it doesn't. All right, we're going to save this one because it's 3.3%. 3.3. 3.3. Next, what do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Carlos, how you doing? Lapman, going to be a rough week. I don't know. It's like any other week. See, I've been doing this for 30 years, so it's all basically the same to me, except for nowadays I stand in front of a camera. Years ago, it just used to be me and a blog. I used to like blog it out. Ocean wants to take a look at SoFi. So fine, baby, so fine. Ooh, check that out right there. High of the year, the low of the year, where it was a year ago, where now it is up, down, now she's back up again. What's going on there? Let's zoom in and find out. What do you think? 30 days ago, we're here. We find the bottom down here, gap up, and a new 30-day high. I don't buy at the high. Just no. No. Ran paper trades for 8 months, and net was over 40%. I don't know if that's good or bad, Brandon. What do you think? Little Black Diva, how are you today? Rocket Labs did me good. Was that RKLB? RKLB. Okay. Not time to buy, though. Look. The bottom was here, shot up nicely. Now it's coming back down again. So not this week. Kevin, DG, Dollar General. Ooh, take a look at that. The top, the bottom. Where was it? Where is it? Look at it. Down, up, down, up. What's going on right there? Last 30 days. What do you think? There's the top, 118, drops down to 100. Now she's going back up again. All right. 109.93. Ooh. Now we're at 117. And that's going for 280. Well, yeah, let's do that one. It's Dollar General. Okay, covered call. The 117s right there. One contract. Here we go. Are you ready? One covered call, Dollar General, DG. 5 June 26th, that's this coming Friday. The 117 call option is paying $542. It's $11,000 for an investment. What kind of rate of return is that? Dank Trap, what's going on? No. Uh-oh. Brewham Lincoln, I really need to remember to bring a pen and paper. That kind of makes sense, doesn't it? All right, so this one, calculator, 542 is the profit, divided by the investment, 11,158, comes to a grand total of 4.8% for 1 week, 4 days. 4 days, Dollar General at the current price, 4.8%. Either you like it or you don't. And there you have it. Here you go, here you go, here you go, go, go. Where is it? There it is. This is number 4 for the evening. Remember, we only do 5 a night. Covered call, Dollar General, DG, 5 June. That is this coming Friday. The 117 call option. 542 is a profit. 11,000 is the investment for a 4.8%. 4.8% for 4 days. 4.8. 4.8. Juan wants to take a look at NASA. What the hell is NASA? All right, hold on. RM. All right, what do we have over this side? CVX. We already looked at CVX. There's no echo. Got that one. Teach me a strategy. So we already did that one. Puts. We did that one. We did that one. We did that one. J.R. Ewing. I shot J.R. No, I shot J.R. How's your trusty Ford doing with the Bu AI awareness timing? I don't have a Ford. I have 2 Chryslers. Oh, wait a minute. I do have a Ford. Yeah, it's running fine. GILT. What the hell is GILT? We already did. Yeah, we already did this one. We already did this one. I got to prove that I'm human. There we go. All right. GILT. What the hell is GILT? Try one more time. GILT. Gilead Satellite Network. Okay. June, July, September, December, January. Those are months of the year. That's a no. I don't do monthlies. Alexandra, how are you today? Nice to see you. So RAM. What is RAM? R? Oh, MRAM. MRAM. M-R-A-M. No, I don't do monthlies. No, no, and no. Okay, Juan, NASA, N-A-S-A. No. All right, A-B, Slam C. Really? A-S-T-S. A-S-T-S. No, it's dropping. Look at that. With a huge jump like that, of course it's going to drop. Sorry. No. Full port thought. Sorry, Corey. Is this the only USA stocks or do you do overseas? Sorry, I live here. I only do the ones here. Sorry, I don't know anything about the other world stuff. It's a sister company of Novelis, my job. I'm trying to keep up. Sorry. I get what you're doing. Great. Awesome. Wonderful. I live here in the US. I don't trade stocks from the other side of the pond. It just doesn't work for me because I don't know what the rules are. And I'm too lazy. I'm going to admit, I'm just too damn lazy to look. See, I'm perfectly happy. Seriously, I am. I'm perfectly happy with 50% or more a year. Perfectly happy. So why would I bother looking for more crap to put in my head? Why? I'm retired. I make plenty. I don't need any more. I'm perfectly happy. So no. Bolin, Prim. P-R-I-M, Prim. No. That's a no. Mui. I can't see what stocks on your board you approved of selling weekly puts on. I didn't. That's probably why. Sandy, I'm not even going to look at NVIDIA. NVIDIA has a 1 penny dividend, and the rate of return on NVIDIA is 0.047. Okay, me, I cannot see the stock. Okay, I already told you I don't do the cash secured puts. VB, SLV. That's that silver crap, isn't it? It's going nowhere. Down, up, down, sideways. 67, 67. He's going for 142, if that's what you like. Sandy, KHC, Kraft Heinz. Ooh, sorry. You missed your opportunity. Here's your bottom. Here's your top last week. Now it's dropping. Sorry. What do we have over here? NASA's going to be no. CLF. Isn't that Cliff something? Yeah, look at that. Why would I do that right there? Okay, she went from 10 to 14. 10 to 14, it's only $4, but $4 on a $10 stock is 40%. Ocean, we did Tractor Supply last night, TSCO. TSCO. And last night it looked pretty good. Bottom, then she jumped up. 31.78, the 32s are going for 50. No, we already did it last night, so we're not going to do it again. Verizon, VZ, going to be a no also. Okay, up, down, down. So it's coming down at the moment. No, sorry. Chop, how you doing? Next Gen Men Coach. Next Gen Men Coach. Hasbro. Is that H-A-S? Okay. June, July, September, October, December. Those are months of the year. Months of the year, which basically means I can only trade it once a month. So that doesn't really work for me. Sorry. Okay. What do I see on UNH? Ooh, that was a good one. Whoa. Pickled peanuts, Macy's. Hi, Enza. How are you? Enza, hi. Oh, no. What's the four for tonight? We'll get to it in a minute. Sit tight. Brenny, Future RT, wants to take a look at snow. Pickled Peanuts wants to look at Macy's first. Macy's is a no, only because the bottom shoots up. Now she's dropping. Sorry. Brenny, Snow, SNOW. What do you snow? And that's going to be a hell no. Look at that. It goes from 120 to 280. Why am I looking at the high? No. Sarah Roberts, Pump, PUMP. No. Two reasons, Sarah. Reason number one is it's dropping. Reason number two, June, July, September, December. Those are months of the year, which means I can only trade it once a month. Okay, so that's going to be a no. Sorry. What else do we got? What else do we got? All right. UNH, United Health Group. 400, now it's dropping. No. Sandy, we already looked at KHC. Do you only focus on NYSE? Nope. I take a look at any U.S. stock as long as it is consistently profitable. Ooh, Sargassum, what's happening? Wants to take a look at Pepsi. Dropping like a rock. Dropping like it's hot. Sorry. Odom, thank you. Kevin, Abbott Labs, ABT. Gotta love Abbott Labs. What's going on here? Top is way up over there. Now she's dropping. What's going on right there? Let's zoom in, see what it looks like. What do you think? Dropped, went up, back down, back up. 1, 2, 3. There's your 3 days right there. It's going up slowly. So Abbott Labs looks like number 5 for the day. Let's find out. Okay, she's definitely going up. 87.78. We'll look at the 88. That's going for 115. Oh, hell yeah. Here it is. This is it. This is it. Abbott Labs at 88. One contract. Here we go. You ready? One covered call, ABT, Abbott Labs, 5 June 26. That's this coming Friday, 4 days away. The 88 call option. Okay, that works. 149 is the profit. 8,600 is the investment. What's the rate of return? Simple. 149 is profit divided by 86.51 comes to a grand total of 1.7. Okay, 1.7 for 4 days. That's number 5. All right, so you guys wanted to see the 5. Here they come. You ready? Here it comes, here it comes, here it comes. Wait a minute. Whoops, wait a second. That. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Here she is, Abbott Labs. There it is, Abbott Labs. One covered call, Abbott Labs, 5 June 26. That's this coming Friday, 4 days away. The $88 call option, 149 is the profit, 8,600 is the investment. If it makes sense to you, if you like it. Pressure on them. Pressure on them. How you doing? So ask yourself, do you like Abbott Labs? Do you even know who they are? Do you even know what they do? Did you know that Abbott Labs, ABT's got 5 decades of increased profits? That means every year, more money, more money, more money, more money, more money. Higher and higher and higher profits. It's that simple. It's actually that simple. Sorry, I don't like when people do this. All right. Fall Forward wants to take a look at now. N-O-W, now. All right, let's get rid of this one. What was this one? 1.7. 1.7. 1.7. Abbott Labs, Dollar General, Webull, Bank of America, and ACN. There we go. There's your 5 for the night. So, what else do we have? Okay, Fall Forward wants to take a look at now. Why the hell would you want to look at now? Look at this. 30 days ago, and it's way the hell up there. No, thank you. Kapar Surrender. AMC. AMC. I'm going to say no to that one right ready because I don't do monthly options, only weekly. Observer. Hello. Surfboy. BFC. Interesting. No. Look. Top, bottom, up, back down. Well, that was interesting. I have no idea how the hell that worked. Alfie wants to take a look at light. Lite. Light. Light, bright, making things with light. Out of sight, making things with light, bright. I remember that. She's going down, though. Down, 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 down. Down, down, baby, down by the roller coaster. All right, Emran, we looked at Starbuckies. Might be good to have on the list in 2 weeks. DKG 302, Starbuckies. In about a week or two, you're absolutely right. Look, the top, now she's dropping. Bottom fishing. Once we find that bottom, she turns up. I'm going to put it down for next week because I got a sneaky suspicion. S bucks. Next week, we'll take a look at it. VMC, Vulcan, hell no. MDT, Medtronics, hell no. Finding a new bottom. I'm going to put Medtronics down. MDT, it's already down for next week. Campbell's, CPB. Interesting. Check it out. The high of the year, a year ago, drops. Here's the bottom right there. Now she's jumping up. That looks pretty damn good, don't it? Last 30 days. Take a look. 30-day high, 30-day bottom. Now she's shooting back up again. You either like it or you don't. Andrea, the Gap, GAP. Ooh, Andrea, why would you want that? Hold on, that's not right. That. Oh, righty. Whoa, take a look at that. Top, bottoms out, shoots up, big drop again. Friday was low. Today was a little higher. So is she going up today? I don't know. Take a look. Brenton Curry, good evening. Sam Robbie. Oh. Les. Oh no. L Lumber. What's going on? Okay, what do we have over here? We'll look at KHC. All right, silver, blah, 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 blah. So far, we looked at KJ. How you doing? Thank you, KJ. Jake, thank you for that. EMB for the win. Oh my God, big brain. You never give up. I have to give you credit. You never give up. Ant World. Nice to see you, Ant World. UEC. What is that, Ant World? UEC. Uranium Energy Corporation. Interesting. If you like uranium, okay. Interesting. Take a look. This is what's happening right here, right now. It's only $13.50. Here's your last 30 days. What do you think? She went up. She came down. Now she's going up again. The 13.50s are going for 56, which is over close to 4%. If you like it. Always comes to that. Do I like it? Carnitas, what's going on? Alex, I see you over there. How you doing? So Carnitas wants to take a look at Mara, M-A-R-A. I own that too. But look at this. She's on a run. Okay, up, down, 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 up. If you like it. Okay, I already got rid of my Mara a while ago because it went up. Once it goes up, I get rid of it. Then I jump into something else. I'm not looking to get into anything long term. Nepo wants to take a look at Netflix. NFLX. Oh no. High was a couple months ago. Here's your bottom. A month ago, up and down. Now she's coming back down again. So no Netflix for me. La 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 la. Mystic, what are you doing? PLTR, we already looked at it and was already a no. Ant World, we already looked at UEC. Moe, can you go over all the stocks on your board? I can't see. We already did that. We already did that. Which one is 4% for tomorrow? Justice, hey, Justice, how you doing? Nice to see you again. We'll look at it again before the night's over. 15 minutes. VCLT. What is that? Andy! What's happening, Andy? I see you. VCLT. What is that? VCLT. Vanguard Long-Term Corporate Bond Index Fund ETF. No. I don't do monthlies. The numbers just don't work in my favor. Sorry. Thank you, Justice. That was nice of you. Sam, what are the first four for tonight? You have to wait. How much of a gain before you get out? I'm only looking for 1%. That's it. 1% every week is over 50% by the end of the year. I'm perfectly okay with that. I'm excited that I'll be able to exit my Mara position I've held at 11.96 for months. Cool beans. Did you collect enough premiums on it? That would be my question. It's like you held it for that long. What did you collect? What do we have down here? Quantum. Indicators is just confirmation bias no matter how you put it. Thank you, Quantum. Jay Gardner, LAC. What is LAC? LAC. Interesting. Ooh, Lithium Amber Emmers Corp. Nice. Take a look at that. Drops. Here's the bottom last 2 weeks ago. Now she's going up. The 550 is going for 19. That's over 3%. If you like that company. Thoughts on Fannie Mae? Isn't it FMN? Fannie Mae? FNN. No. No? I don't know. Sorry, I don't know Fannie Mae. It's not one I know. LFM. I was close. FNMA. I was close. No options. No, thank you. Sorry, Brian. See that? No options. No, thank you. Spy calls. No. No. Okay, Sylvie. We already looked at Oracle earlier. All right. If you didn't know, Sylvie, the screen behind me is recorded on YouTube, so you can actually watch it later. Watch it later. Okay, Sylvie, where I looked at Oracle. Very informative. Thank you, Sam. Dame, spider calls? No. Now, I don't like SPY because it's not consistently profitable. SPY. Now, probably a lot of you are probably complaining, bitching, and moaning. It's like, no, what do you mean? Brian, is there any stocks you keep long term? Nope, and nope. Okay, so this is why I don't like the spiders, SPY. You ready? Let's see how quickly we can go over this, just so you understand. Who came up with SPY? Dame, are you ready? Johnny, how you doing? Do you ever do a monthly in a week of No, I don't. Sorry. All right, here we go. 20 years ago, March 17th, 2006. You ready? 51, 55, 57, 79, 55. Wait a second. Higher, higher, lower. Higher, 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 lower. Higher, higher, higher. Hold on. Lower, higher, 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 lower, 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 higher, lower, higher, 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 lower, higher, lower. Explain to me why you think that's good. Higher, higher, lower, lower, higher, lower, higher, higher, lower, lower, higher. No, it's, I want, all right, hold on. Hold on. GPC. This is what profits should look like. You ready? I'm just going to do it really quick. 2006, 20 years ago, 33, 36, 39, 40, 41, 45, 49, 53, 57, 61, 65, 67, 72, 76. Do you notice how they all go higher, 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 not going backwards? I don't like companies that lose money. So why would I invest in SPY when she's at 65? Right, sorry, I was looking at the wrong one. When it goes down, then it goes up, and then it goes down, then it goes up, then it goes down, 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 up, up, down, 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 up, down. No, I don't like that. I like consistent profits. That means every year the number should get higher and higher and higher and higher, not going backwards. I don't like when they go backwards. No, no, and hell no. Sorry, just doesn't work for me. If you like it, fine, you do it. But I'm not going to pay, what is it? $97 a share. Oh, wait a minute, that's GPC, the wrong one. All right, what do we have down here? LAC. Little Dom, bro, SYBAU. It's Scott's. Nobody in front of him. Who the hell is bro teaching? Please go home, grow up, get a life, get a job, have a family, have 25 million children. Please don't be a Diddy blood. I have no idea what the hell that means, but hey, you're on a rant. Good for you. Al Jory, we already looked at UNH. We already did. UNH, we got that. Uh-oh. I'm bearish on UNH. Good. Okay, we already looked at UNH, by the way. That's super crazy. What's happening, super crazy? Bull, CRM. CRM. What the hell is that? That's a no, is what that is. Look at this. CRM goes from 165 to 209. I don't buy anything at the high. It just doesn't make sense. Super crazy cats. Sorry. Teresa Jess Livermore. Bet you don't. Bet you're not in the TMLs. Been long Dell, ARM, NBIZ since April. Got DOCN, AMD, BB, and Navin as well. All right, the real Jesse Livermore. Interesting. But what is your strategy? What is it you look? Are you just looking to buy and hold? Or are you just looking to collect the dividends? What are you looking to do? If you're telling me what you have, all right, fine. TML, never heard of it. Dell, yeah, I like that. ARM, no. NBIZ, yes. DOCN, no. AMD, once in a while. BB, no. NAV, and maybe. TSLL might be good in a week or two. I actually have some TSLL, and you're right. It might be good in a week or two. What do we got next? But thank you for that, the real Jesse. Doss, hello. Okay, Al Jory. Al, we already looked at UNH. Can hear you as well, thank you. Please, can we review CRML? CRML. Critical metals. Interesting. Okay, simple enough. But here's the thing. Let's go take a look at CRML and see how profitable they are. Not just the stock going up. Cool Breeze, we already looked at ExxonMobil. CRML. So we're going to take a look and see if CRML is, all right, it's going to be a no right there. See? There are no dividends. Why? Okay. The name of the show is Dividend Stock Talk. So we're looking at stocks that have dividends. CRML doesn't. So it's going to be a no. Sorry. All right, what else do we got? All right. Al Jory. Dude, you keep asking me about UNH. We've already looked at it. Jimmy Beam, we already looked at that. No. Cody Lopez. PBR. 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 Peanut butter and raspberry. It's on its way down, dude. Oh, whoa, that was a good one. All right, here's the top 22, drops. Here's the bottom. Now it's bouncing up. Well, that's what I'm looking for. 30-day top, 30-day bottom. Now she's bouncing up. Maybe it will. Maybe it won't. The 1886, the 19 is going for 17 and 19. You're barely making 1%. Barely. Thank you, Jimmy. What stock is on the screen at the no? PBN. Please look at DRAM. D-R-A-M. D-R-A-M. Damn, DRAM. Hell no. That was quick, wasn't it? Took me 2 seconds to say no. I don't buy at the high. No, no, and no. Just tell him UNH was a no. I did tell him that several times. Apparently he doesn't listen. All right, what else do we got? Kissable! On average, how many contracts do you get per covered stock? Anywhere between 5 and 500. St. Michael, before it gets shorted, OBV. OBV. That doesn't make any sense at all. Damn. Oh, Jimmy Bean, RQI. What the hell is that? RQI. Cohen Steers Quantity Inc. Real estate. What was that? Hold on. No options, no thank you. Dame. That VT. Vanguard Total Word Stock ETF. No. 2 reasons. Dame, 2 reasons. I don't buy at the high and I don't do monthlies. Monthlies just don't work in my favor. T1, do you have a core list of dividend stocks that you like to trade? Yes, I do. T1, you ready? Dividend Kings, Dividend Aristocrats, Dividend Champions, Dividend Contenders, and anything on Warren Buffett's list. Ooh, Niculator, Harley Davidson. We'll take a look at that in a second. What about CRWV? Crowded in West Virginia. CRWV. Interesting. Core Weave. Oh. CRWV. Oh, you mean Core Weave that has no dividends. Why are we looking at a company with no dividends on a dividend investing channel? Hi, if you would use stop loss, how? Covered sell and at break-even price? Okay, Salt, I don't use stop losses. I don't. A stop loss is more, there's nothing wrong with it if that's what you like. I don't use them because I never buy anything that I do not want to hold on to. Shadow, John 3:16. For this is how God loved the world. He gave his one and only son. Yes, I know all that. Thank you. I don't do religion, but thank you. New York, New Jersey Motors. What about Pfizer? Ooh, I like Pfizer. I do. PFE. Oops, wrong one. Wrong one. PFE. Pfizer. Nope, not this week. Look, drop, up, down. So it's coming down at the moment. No to Pfizer. Sorry. Niculator, Harley Davidson. Check that out. You're high, you're low, she shoots up, pulls back, now she's going back up again. Well, what do you think? Here's the top, here's the bottom. Look at this. La 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 la. 2450. The 2450 is going for 40. That's over 1.5%. If you like Harley Davidson. Majit Kerr, how you doing? Nice to see you. All right, let's keep on going. Hellboy, thank you. Fry from 98. Inflation. Sell the dollar, buy ocean water. That makes no sense, but okay. Vigilante, thank you. Hey, James, has one of your holdings ever had a jump like Hewlett HP? If so, how do you even roll it? Most likely you don't. Sorry, you can't have both. See, a lot of people do that. Okay, they'll buy a stock and they'll sell a covered call, and then if the stock jumps, they think they can go in, buy that option back, and then sell the stock and make a profit. It doesn't work that way, because when the stock jumps, so does the value of your option. You got to make up your mind. You're either going to take the weekly 1%, 1 to 2% every week, or you take the chance of the stock jump. Can't have it both ways, because once you're locked in selling an option, you're locked in selling the option. So if I bought the stock here and I sell it to 23, and it jumped up to 24, 25, I can't do anything about it. It has its good points and its bad points. I'm looking for consistency and predictability. I'm not looking for possibility. Because possibility is a good thing, but there's no guarantees and there's no consistency or predictability with possibility. Because possible, it could jump up. Possible, it can go down. But I like consistency and predictability. Sorry, is what it is. Finally, an honest investor. Thank you, Blaze. You can't. I mean, don't get me wrong. Okay, wait. What did we see? We saw one that did it right there. Look at Dell. Okay, a perfect opportunity. Right, check this out. Okay, Dell. Let's get this out of the way. Let's do this. Okay. Last week, this is what Dell looked like. Here's your top. Here's your bottom. Here's where it was. Here's where it is. Look, went up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Your bottom, 2 days up. The very next day, I would jump in. That's my rule. I have a rule. 30-day top. She drops down. Here's your bottom. 2 days up. 1, 2. On the third day, I would jump in. Third day. Let's go one right there. Okay. I would have jumped in right there. Seriously, I would have. Up, down, bottom, 2 days up. On the third day, I'd jump in. And I would look for 1%. But here's the problem with the 1%. The stock is at 270. 1% of 270 is $2.70. So more than likely, I would be out right there. Let's zoom in a little bit closer. Okay. I would have jumped in here and I would have been out right there. That's my 1% from here to there. And I'd be out. And I'd be perfectly okay with that. Well, what happened next? I would have missed out on that. I would have missed out on that. See, I would have been out here, missed that, and missed that. But I'm perfectly okay with it. Okay? Now, I'm okay with only getting 1% every single week. It takes me 10 minutes a day. I jump in, I ask myself 5 very simple questions. What did I buy? What did I sell? Where is it? Where's it going? What should I do? Okay, here's your bottom, 2 days up. Jump in on the third day, out at 1% right there. I missed this, I missed that, I missed that. I don't care. Terribly sorry. I'm a Gen X. We have no feelings about whatever it is. There's no safe spaces. There's no participation trophies. It works or it doesn't work. It's a yes. It's a no. And yeah, I wouldn't have jumped there. I'm not going to bullshit you and say, hey, I would have jumped there. No, I would not have. I would have recognized that the bottom, waited my 2 days to the upside. On the third day, I would jump in, and my exit is 1 or 2%, which would be right there. I would have missed this. Do I care? No, I don't. Only because you can't have it both ways. You take the consistency, predictability, profitability, or the possibility that it can go up through the roof. Every stock has the possibility, but not every stock is consistent and profitable. Why don't you tell them real reason why you don't use a stop loss? It doesn't work with the strategy. No, actually it does. Time to delete. It does. You and I have had conversations before we don't agree. Fine. I'm glad you don't agree with me. Challenge me if you like. I don't use stop losses because it questions my thinking and my thought process. Rule number 1 is very simple. Never buy anything you do not want to buy and hold for the long term. A stop loss is basically, I'm not 100% sure I like this company. No, it's like when you get married, you buy and then you stay. For better or worse, richer before sickness and in health. I don't use stop losses because it makes me question what I'm doing. I never question. I buy a stock and I don't think about it after that. I try to sell it for more than I paid for it. That's it. If it goes down, it goes down. That's what stocks do. I don't use a stop loss because I just don't. I don't question myself. Thank you, Joe. How do I recognize the bottom? I can't believe you're asking me this question. Seriously, I can't. How do you recognize? The bottom's right freaking there. There's the top, there's the bottom. What do you mean, how do you recognize the bottom? It's right freaking there. Every single chart you look at. How do you recognize the bottom? It's right there. Watch this. How do you recognize the bottom? It's right there. The bottom is the lowest part of the chart. The highest part is the top. The lowest part is the bottom. How do you recognize the bottom? I can't even believe you asked me that question. Jay Gardner, LAC. LAC. Lithium Ambers Company. Interesting. Here's your top, here's your bottom. She went up, she went down, up, down. Now she's going back up again. Again, zoom in, last 30 days. How do you recognize the bottom? It's the lowest point on the chart. How do you recognize the top? It's the highest point on the top. 30-day high, 30-day bottom. Now she's shooting up, $5.50, $5.50, paying 19. That's over 3%. It's not that difficult. It's simple math. The dead cat bounds. Yep, the dead cat bounds. There it is. Thank you. Time to delete. Thank you so much for questioning me. All right, what else do we have down here? The real Jesse. Thoughts on Gaber Nor going under? Never heard of them. UEC, where he looked at that one. FLNC, Florida, North Carolina. FLNC. Hell no, I don't do monthlies. We already talked about that. I don't do monthlies. They just don't work in my favor. Time to delete. How can I stop loss work with the strategy when you sold the covered call? Well, it can't. Well, actually, it could, because it depends on where your covered call gives up. Okay, so covered call, you buy and you sell. Simple. When does the sell end? Because you cannot use a stop loss with a covered call while the call option is active, because you can only have one option trade. Mandy, thank you for that. Oh, Mandy, that's so sweet of you. Niculator, American Airlines. Actually, we're done for the day. And American Airlines just hit the top last week. Now it's coming back down. Have you ever jumped in let's say, fourth or fifth day to the upside? Yes. Do you only trade one covered call contract at a time? Is there any risk in putting all your eggs in one basket? Oh, hell yeah. Hold on. Pro 241, Ben. All right. Now, Ben, let me tell you a little story. Okay? Like I say, I'm going to bullshit him and tell you the truth. Thank you, Mandy. Oh, that's so sweet. All right, so he's asking, do I ever put all my money into one basket? Yeah, I did that once. RNWK back in the 80s. Milton, collected premium on Dell for 2 years, a little more than 1%. Have your cake and eat it too. Thank you there, Milton. All right, so Pro 241. RNWK, the first company to come out with online streaming video. This was back in the early 2000s, just before the dot-com burst. Yeah, this baby jumped up. I think it was like 45 points, $45 in 1 week. I think to myself, oh, great, Monday's going to come. This thing is profit taking. What's your option strategy? Sit tight for a second. I'll explain to you in a minute. Got one question here ahead of you. So here's the thing. Jumped up $45 in 1 week with no news whatsoever. So I went looking for all the news. I looked and I looked and I looked. No news whatsoever. No reason for the stock to jump up $45. So I said, why not? This thing's going to have profit taking first thing Monday morning. So I loaded up on puts and I loaded up on naked calls. And guess what? That baby jumped up 50 points on Monday. I lost $91,000 in 1 week because I put all my money on one trade. I thought I was smart. No, I wasn't. So no, never ever. Now, I'm not going to tell you what to do. You want to put all your money in one basket, go ahead, you do it. I'm never going to do that again. I did it once, made a huge mistake. I just don't do it anymore. Vigilante, I think he meant that bottoms are only recognizable in hindsight. Yeah, he's absolutely right. They are only recognizable in hindsight. Because see right here, check this out. Whoops. All right. All right. Vigilante. Vigilante's right. See this, we don't know if that's the bottom. See, bottom's over here. Here's the top, down, up, down. Now we don't know if that's the bottom because it's the bottom at the moment, but we don't know what's happening the very next day because we just don't know. Okay, so move it forward 1 day. Okay, now it looks like the bottom, but I want 2 days to the upside. That's only one. So let's go one more. Whoops, wrong way. Okay, 2 days to the upside. Now it looks more like a bottom. On the third day, I would jump in. Okay, third day, not higher. On the third day, higher. Here, 1, 2, third day. So one more day. There, I would have jumped in right there. Okay, 1 day up, 2 days up. That's not. This is your third day up. So it jumped right there because it looks like it's still going. That's what it looks like. Okay, what's the next day? Well, look at that. You just don't know until you have something to compare it to. So he's right. Thank you, Vigilante, explaining that. Brandon Odell, best year of my life. Good for you. I've made that option mistake before. Smaller amount, never again. Yep, I wouldn't do that again. I love 91. I have no idea what 91 means. What's my option strategy? Ooh, this is a good one. You ready? Here we go. Okay, take a breath. Thank you. You ready? Here's my strategy. Okay. I only buy pre-qualified dividend stocks. Those are companies that have consistently increased their profits for at least 2 decades and have weekly options. I jump in just before the EX date because just before the EX date, the stock has a tendency to go up. And when the stock has a tendency to go up, I use a trading strategy that is simple, safe, and predictable. That's the covered call. I jump in at the money, I sell at the money, and then I get out within Friday for 5 days or less. That's my strategy. Simple, safe, predictable, consistent, created for a 9-year-old little girl. She was 9 years old. Daddy, can you teach me? Great, fine, wonderful. There you go. That being said, we're past 11 o'clock. We're going to do this all over again tomorrow. Damn. Wow. Okay. Thank you. Blaze Fitness and more. All right. So, thank you, Nikki Later. You guys have a great night. We're going to do this all over again tomorrow. Ryan, thanks, Gramps. That's an amazing strategy. Yeah, Ryan, do me a favor. It's Papa G, not Gramps. Gramps. Freckle Queen, how you doing? Haven't seen you in a while. Milton, thanks. You're welcome. How many do you buy per day? I don't. I usually buy on Mondays and Tuesdays. Papa G sounds better. Thank you, Ryan. You're right. It does. Papa G. That's me. All right. So you guys have a great day, and we're going to do this all over again tomorrow. So, that being said, we need some mood music. Mood music.
I don't know, but he literally uses Excel. You must be the new analyst.
Yes, first day.
Why am I getting commercials?
The team is quite dynamic.
Here we go. Yeah.
Dive into the deep, fixing the world while the rest of us sleep.
You guys have a great night. We'll do it all over again tomorrow. Are you going to show today? I already did. Already showed it. Sorry, dude. It's my song. There's a broken. Woo! I love it. All right, guys, have a nice night. We'll see you all again tomorrow. Know what the hell were you thinking? You laughed at the yacht, keep the daylight blinking.
Retired, you say, with a wicked grin. But the podcast is rolling.